Hello and welcome. Today we're going to check out the new Ninjago Rising Dragons magazine. Now it is a double whammy. This is the ones I've been trying to pick up because you guys like these. So it looks like we've got two minifigures included with this one. One is in the new paper bag and one is in the old school one as well. So I don't know if Zane's just sort of one that they had extra, but we'll have a look at all the bits and pieces as normal. We'll get it opened up and then towards the end we'll rip both of these open, and then obviously what we will do is then have a good look at the minifigures at the end. Right, away we go. So as normal, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to take these two off first. But you can see that this looks like it's from the actual new Rising Dragon set, which is obviously perfect for the new massive Ninjago set that is still on my radar to get. So we rip the front cover, we rip it. So that one has... that's come off okay. And then this one looks like it's from the old Scooper set, which I do believe is been discontinued on the Lego website recently, but those two we'll get close to. So you can see that we have got the Lego toy Lord Raz. That is what we're going to be looking at, but there's no hint or what it is about Zane, so I think Zane is just the next one. But you can see it says double Lego set special feature, and then you have got the new ninjas and you can learn their secrets. So this is all to do with the brand new current Ninjago TV series, so it'll be very, very interesting to see what this is like. So I have not paid too much attention to this whatsoever. So the good thing is I can now use a sellotape to get that stuck down to the table so it shouldn't slide about. Now with all the magazines currently, they are really promoting the Dreams stuff. So you can see across the bottom you've got all of the different Dream sets. Again, they are starting at 714 and they end in 56, 69, 54, 53 and 61. So there's lots and lots of different bits and pieces for Dreams. If you do like your Dream sets, let us know in the comments below. I have not picked up any of those yet. Now you've got all of these bits and pieces. So this is the first time I've been looking at the magazine with you, so we will sort of figure this out as we go. Now you have got all of the different bits and pieces. Now page 10 and 22 is the two-parter for a comic. The last magazine didn't actually have one of them in at all. Now you can see it looks like you've got a game on there and it says fact of the week. In the very first episode of the first TV series, Rise of the Snake, Cole is the first ninja to be seen. So there we go. So that's a pub quiz one for you. Then you've got the comic expert. How many dragons were we able to capture? Write your answer here, and then you've got all different bits and pieces about puzzles and things like that. So let's get tucked into this properly and just see what the artwork and everything is like. So this is all about Lord Raz, which again, that is that minifigure. So that is exactly the same minifigures we're going to be getting, so we can have a good look out for him. So you can see he says it's the boss of the Claw Hunters, and it's got its first appearance. It was in season 17, episode 1. So that is when Right the Hand Man once again fails to get his act together. There we go. So you've got all these different bits and pieces as well. So you've got the striking faults with A all the way to H, and then it actually tells you down here how you do end up putting the minifigure together. So there's lots and lots of little bits and pieces to add for that. I'm looking forward to seeing that minifigure and seeing what that looks like. Now, new heroes and neighbours. Now this is all of the different figures that are included in the new TV show, so this will be quite interesting to see, because it's always nice to try and collect the full squad and team if you can. Now I know that him, for example, her and a couple of the others are in the actual new big set, so that does look amazing, that sort of Ninjago market. I really do like the look of that, so that needs to be purchased sooner rather than later, I do believe, once I've actually got my act together and got the Lego room and everything sorted. But if you've got any of these at all across the bottom, give it a pause and then just let us know what you have got. Hopefully it's coming through clearly enough. But you can see here you've got the power moment, and then again you've got another one there, another one in here, and it gives you all sorts of different bits and pieces. And it says about the two new ninjas, which is this one, and then you've got the little baby dragon. So these three are included in a lot of the new Ninjago sets that are out and about currently. Now we have got a mission, so there's all different bits and pieces on the left hand side, and it does look like you've got a little bit of colouring on the right hand side, and you can obviously have the Imperial weapon, so you can do what it is that you want to do with that. So that looks pretty cool. Right, starting with the comic, I do like the artwork on all of these kind of things, so if you need to pause it and read it, obviously you will do. If you'd actually like me to read the comments in these, I can do these right at the end of the uploads maybe from now on, because it is a full Lego magazine playlist. But we are one more ninja alone, starting at the top, and it's all about Lloyd, and you can see who he meets. That's a cool torso print with a nice little hat on just on there, and then you've got some other really nice minifigures in here, and you've got the two little baby dragons down at the bottom just there, so they'll be quite cool to get your hands on. And for example, he's a cool looking minifigure. And then you've got some of the others dotted in. So all of these you will be recognising obviously from the TV show, and hopefully from the page just before. As we're spinning around, you've got all sorts of different vehicles. Now those construction crew look really smart, so you can see you've got all of the different print and everything on the back of those, and you've got the really cool helmets and things like that. And then moving on to this side, you've got all of those little bits and pieces as well. So the comic does look like it's a half decent size, because it is on two sections, and it does say it continues down at the bottom here on page number 22. So lots and lots of different bits and pieces. If you can get both dragons, I don't think I've seen both of those dragons, and obviously do let us know. And obviously the snakes, I thought from an older TV show, so they are probably mixing and matching all the different characters at the moment, I would imagine. Moving on to this bit, so we're going to have to spin this around. So we've got Cole versus Sane on here, and it is the Duel of the Elements. You can see you've got all the little games, so you can have like a little mission, so you've got the different hits. It says the ninjas are facing each other in a training duel. They fire energy at each other, which bounces off the obstacles at a 90-degree angle. Use a pencil to see who hits the opponent's target more often. So good luck with that. I am not going to try and figure that out and get all of the equipment that is needed, but you can see, looks like we're going to have another big poster. So there is a really nice vibrant poster on there. So Together We Are Stronger, and that has, I do believe, that might be the poster from the new TV series. That might be one of the front covers. And then on the back, you've just got the enemy. So you can see you've got that side and that side. If I do it this way, it will actually save me ripping it out. So I made a bit of a schoolboy error with the last upload of this. I ripped the magazine apart to get the poster out, and then the pages started to come apart when I did it, because I took one of the staples out. So through here it says off the cart, so you can see you've got all of these little bits and pieces. So you've got A to E, and then you've got to figure out where it is that you're going. You've got to try and finish it up at the top, and then you've got the behind the wave, and then it says attention, not only for friends, we are behind the wave, and you've got A, you've got to figure out who all of those people are. So I can see them, but I don't want to give the answers away in case you want to be getting this magazine for yourself or your little one. Now, moving on to the next bit. So we're back on to the comic, so that is starting, it says comic part 2, and then it is a bit further walk away, and then you're going through. Do like the look of all of these new characters that they've added in. I really do like the torso prints on these as well, so they do look rather smart. And then you can see how it comes through and round. I think he is available currently as a minifigure in a current set. And then you've got the really nice pinks going into the green. Again, that set I think is available as well with regards to what he's in. So they're very clever with regards to product placement, so you can easily pick up some of these different bits and pieces. Carrying on with the comic, top left all the way down. And then again, you've got some more different vehicles and just some brighter bits, and you've got the pink and the greens all within that. So again, if you're a massive fan of these, let us know in the comments below. It does continue, so it finishes all the way over here on page number 27. So that says the end. So normally, sometimes they finish, or we are halfway through. So this one is a lot bigger than the last magazine. So we have got the Furious finale, and you can see it's all here about Kai and the dragon. It says that dragon is hotter than a volcano, and then you've got all the different bits and pieces on the left hand side, and that is one cool looking dragon on the right hand side. Again, moving on and spinning over for 2 players, dice to competition. You've got A to C, and then you've got A to C on that side. And then you've got these 2 bits and pieces going on there. They both look nice for a good bit of fun. And then it gives you the other magazines. Now, micro build for the last couple of Star Wars. We've got the AT-AT and the little Falcon. Now, I know a lot of you in the poll that we did said you much prefer getting minifigures than a micro build. But the micro builds obviously do look quite smart on the display. And then you have got the buggy vehicle as well. Moving on, as always, what we'll finish with, it looks like you've got another bit that you can cut out on there. So we'll go over that in a second. And then you've got all the answers, which I'll cover over for all of the games that we've seen. So on here, you can see you can cut out all of these little bits and pieces, and then you've got these bits on the back, so you can play like a little card game. And then over here it says for your gear, and it says instructions and an evil box on the other side. Now with regards to the price, this one is actually £1 cheaper than the last one. It's $5.99 UK, issue number 105, or it's $11.99 Australian dollars, which means this edition might not be available in America. But what we're going to do now, we're going to get this one open and we're going to get this one open, so we'll just see what the pieces are like first, and then what we'll do, we'll actually have a good look at the minifigure itself. So we'll just see what is included within this. So again, this is Zane. What do we have in here? Lots and lots of pieces to go through. You've got the sword that's been flying around and all of those bits in there, so that looks nice and smart. So that one opens up easy enough. I'm pretty sure I recognise what set that's from as well, because there is a full team available in the Bounty. The Hydra's Bounty, I think it is, so it's almost underwater, and I think that is the set that's just been discontinued, so it's a little bit of a bizarre one that they've added in that one. And obviously this is the new paper style, so why they didn't do these, because you can easily feel for the pieces, so I'm pushing as hard as I can, and I have ripped it. So that will be why they are not using the paper ones, and they've gone for the box style instead, which means it stops you from sort of trying to feel what is going to be available, and that's obviously what's going to be happening for the new Marvel minifigures. So if you were hoping to get some of them easy enough, I do believe they have to go by weight, but there'll be a video available coming for that. Now that looks like it's got some really nice torso print on. So we'll get these two built and then we'll see what's what. Right, minifigures are together. Now I've not put on his massive shoulder pads just because I think it's going to get in the way of the print, but if I have time I'll do that at the end, or I say time, if I actually remember. So the print on this is phenomenal. You've got the really nice grey with the gold at the bottom, then onto the actual sort of hips and pelvis. You can see you've got the red print just on the inside of that. Then it comes up, you've got the really bright and vibrant gold going up again into the grey. I'm going to have to pop his head off. Then you can see that you've got all of the little prints and everything across the top, so that looks really smart. But then from the side it's completely different, and they've got this really nice vibrant pink with the gold on the side, and then you've got the really nice gold hand as well. Now if I put the head back on, you can see what that looks like with the head. So that is how big his noggin actually is. And then you've got the really nice pink on the front with the lovely silver for the eyes, and you've got that sort of bit that's dangling down on his chin just on there. Moving on to the back, you've got all of the nice moulding on the back. So again, hopefully that's coming through clearly enough, because it's quite hard to see it on the black plastic, but you've got all different bits. You've got one there, two spikes there, and you've got some more spikes on the side. And then from the back you've got the nice grey again with lots of gold shining through on that one. So I think that looks really smart. So he's a good looking minifigure, and don't forget it's one of the cheapest ones as well, so it's $5.99. but I don't know if this does come in another set and it is just sort of a redo of it. Now what I was impressed with was the weapon. Now this thing just here, that's how he holds it, like so, but you've got the orange on the one side, orange on the other, and then you've got the orange at the bottom. So hopefully it should hold the weight. So you should just be able to clip it in, and job is a good one, like so. So he does stand up without being on a base plate, so I think that looks smart enough. Now don't forget, this is what the bit is supposed to go on. So if I take the head back off, we'll put that on the correct way. That is what this minifigure looks like, fully complete. So I think it is a rather nice looking minifigure. I can now get him to stand up because he's got the extra weight on his shoulders. There we go. So I think it looks really smart. So you can see all the detail there on the shoulder pads on the one side, and it is matching on the other. So I think the print does look rather smart on that one. Now randomly, and again I don't know the reason why, it comes with, well, scuba diver Zane. Don't mind that whatsoever. I don't mind Zane, he's a cool character, but I know that this is from the Hydra bit, so I do believe that this is from a completely different TV show, not the Rising Dragon. Oh, I could be completely wrong. There could be an episode and this could be a slightly updated print, but I'm not 100% sure with that. So again, you can see just here you've got lots and lots of detail on the front. I'll take the flippers off in case they're making you giggle too much. So on his sort of toes, you've got the nice silver, then you've got the knee bits, and then you've got the really bright, vibrant sort of aqua blue across his groin, and then across the belt as well. Now that belt is also super shiny, so that's a really cool looking thing. It's a really nice print on that minifigure, to be honest. So all jokes aside, he can just walk around like that, because I've got a massive Ninjago display in my theme park. So this is why I'm picking the magazines up that I will use. So all these minifigures will be used. I will dress him up fully, but I just don't think I'll keep him in his scuba diving gear. Now on the back, he has got, again, some really nice print, and he's got a lot of print on the back of his noggin as well. So you can see up at the top, you've got all the nice shiny bits and pieces going across the top, and then you've got the belt, and you've got the bit going across his shoulder blade. Now again, I'm really hoping that that blue is popping through on the camera. So if I use his sword, you've got the blue coming up on that bit, and up on that bit, and then you've got the 3 dots of blue on there, and then you've got the different bits and pieces that are going on with his head. So he does come, like I said, with the scuba diving equipment. So that is what that looks like as so. So I think, again, he looks smart enough like so. Now, this is the big rig that he comes with. So this will obviously go over his shoulders like so. And then that bit, I'm not even sure where that bit's supposed to go. I have no idea where that is, unless that's his mouthpiece, and it's supposed to go around his head. That might be the way it should be. I don't know if I'm supposed to break this up or what, but that might be done for a different day, because I'm not going to do much with this, I don't think. He says unless he wants to do a challenge, except I'm looking to think, oh, it goes that way. So that's the way it goes. That is where his head pops through. So that is the bit that it goes on, so that's all right. Then he's also got this weapon. So this is another weird thing. So he's got this underwater weapon just here. So again, minifigure looks amazing, but the accessories he comes with are slightly bizarre, because you've got some underwater drill. Don't forget he is an android. And then he comes with a sword, which is a rather large sword as well. So that is two big things that he's got just there. Bearing in mind he's also got his scooper gear, which is that bit there. And then of course he comes with these pair of goggles, which is what that looks like with him dressed on. So they are on solid, so that is what that piece looks like. And then don't forget he's got the flippers as well. But as a minifigure just like that, without all of the other little bits and pieces, I think that's probably how I will have mine. If you have got this one, then obviously please do let us know. But Zane comes with lots and lots of accessories. You can see all the little bits and pieces, and then you've got this one just here as well. Now what we will do is we're going to compare this Ninjago setup to the last Ninjago double one that we got. Now this one was slightly more expensive, and it did come with this limited edition tin, and they're the minifigures from the tin. Now what I was trying to do before everything went wrong is the tin does open up, and that's how they did come in. So for a couple of pounds more you got a limited edition tin. So I don't know if you are a collector of those kind of things. It does look effective, but it's not going to work in my display. But the minifigures I think do look very, very good. So you've got the print on this one, and you can see you've got that ninja as well. Now this sort of setup I do believe is very, very similar to the Rising Dragon Lloyd. So don't know if the green is slightly off, but he has got the trouser print and everything, and he's got the shoulder pad on there. So maybe these two go together absolutely perfectly. This might, and these two might be from a different TV series, so they tend to sort of mix and match them up. But if you are a massive Ninjago fan and you do know all those kind of things, then obviously please do let us know in the comments below. But we will focus on these two. So last quick look at these two side by side with the accessories. So you can see this one is holding on to his hammer, and again it does look quite nice with the orange coming through, and you've got all the nice print on that one. So I think this one does look rather smart. Comments below, let us know which is your favourite one. Do you prefer this one, or do you prefer Zane? But that is it. I am done. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Have you got this magazine in your country, and are you going to pick it up? But if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.